So hello again and welcome to the Radical Self-Care Summit. We have, of course, the amazing Cara here talking to us today. Cara, founder of the Radical Self-Care Summit. For those who don't know you, just tell us a little bit more about you and what inspired you to, let me do that question again. Cara, for those who don't know you, just give us a bit more about your background and what inspired you to start this summit in the first place.
Hey, Kate. So the tables have definitely been turned. I'm actually a professional copywriter. I'm actually a content marketing manager at a tech company. And I've had a very eclectic career. I've been a consultant for many years. I still am a consultant in some ways. And I've been a tech startup founder. I've had businesses succeed. I've had businesses fail. I've also written a book. So I've done a myriad of things over the years. And the one thing that I've always done is always been really good at having too many irons in the fire and overdoing it and then burning out. And so I had this experience this time last year where I was extremely burned out. And I'll go into more detail on that in the actual session. I don't want to give spoilers away necessarily right now, but I decided that I wanted this to be something that I share with other people. And when I decided that, I knew that I would have to go big or go home. And so the Radical Self-Care Summit is really part of getting that message out there that self-care is not selfish, but absolutely essential for our health and well-being. And so the summit is really, it's all about that. It's getting that message out there and making sure as many people as possible are impacted positively by this message.
Fantastic. So what are you up to now? I think I can guess. And what are the goals that you've got for yourself going forward?
Yeah, so what I'm up to now is I have a 6-figure consulting business and mostly working with a tech company, but also some other clients as well. And I am in the process of creating 180 Self-Care into its own organization, its own business. And so the summit is obviously a big part of that. Doing the summit is definitely what I'm up to at the moment. But I'm also starting up a podcast and a digital magazine for 180 Self-Care and a consulting program where I get to coach people in their self-care practice. And so that is actually kicking off in August because we already have people signed up for the first month-long program. It's a bit of a validation exercise. And so I'll be really interested to see how that goes. And then I want to develop something that I can take into bigger companies as well.
Amazing, amazing. Yeah, you're not kidding when you say you've got a few irons in the fire. So really looking forward to your talk. So what are participants going to get from hearing from you speak about radical self-care?
Well, what participants are going to get from my session today is just learning that self-care creates space in your brain so that you can create and innovate. Self-care actually is the key to actually developing a healthy relationship with yourself and others, as well as to the goals that you have for yourself. So all the things that you've been putting off and saying you're gonna do one day, someday. Well, guess what? Self-care helps you actually draw them closer to you and make sure that you actually do the things that you want to do in life. And self-care is regenerative. Self-care is regenerative because it's framed often as something that's preventative, that it prevents lifestyle illnesses, that it prevents health problems, that it prevents depression, that it prevents anxiety. Yeah, sure, it absolutely does that. But it's also regenerative. It gives you new life and it breathes new life, not just into you, but into everyone around you and everything around you. So that's really it for today for me.
Fantastic. Looking forward to it.